Hi, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm actually going to do something a little bit different for my channel. I am doing a stationery haul. So from my recent videos sharing some of the fashion and beauty things I picked up while I was in Japan and Korea, I asked if you guys wanted to see the things that I picked up that were stationery related, and it was a pretty resounding yes. There seems to be a lot of other people who are really into stationery like I am. I honestly picked up a lot. They're primarily stickers. I like using stickers in my journal/agenda, where I will use them to sort of decorate different pages, but also do a little bit of like junk journaling and embellish them with stickers and things like that. So I really like to pick up stickers while I am traveling somewhere as well, since they will often kind of reflect the place that I have visited, also the different illustration styles and things like that. So starting off with Japan, I know there are a ton of Japanese stationery stores. I know there's Hands and a bunch of others that I had on my list of places that I would like to go. I honestly didn't have time to go to any of those places except for the 12-story Itoya stationery store in Ginza. So I spent a solid like 2 hours going through every single floor in that store and picking up a whole bunch of things. A lot of them I ended up giving out as gifts as well, so I don't have those pieces anymore. But of the things that I did pick up, there were a plethora of stickers. As you can see, there's like a bunch of different stickers. I've already started using them as well because I have already journaled for my travels. I also managed to pick up a couple of stickers and like bits here and there from the bookstore that was inside Nagano Broadway. So those are the two main places that I've picked up stationery related items, the majority of them being stickers. I also picked up some paper goods, like these little cute ribbon note cards that I thought were really special, something that I don't often see in the States. And I also picked up a notepad. These are the types of notes that you can tear off, and they had really cute illustration. I thought those would also work really well as like little thank you notes. I also picked up some tools like glue tape. I picked up a case and a refill for a larger size glue tape. And I also picked up my favorite easy to travel extra small size glue tape as well. And then one of the really cool tools that I found while I was in Japan is this little like flexible knife. You can basically swizzle it in every direction and the blade will glide easily, and it's so easy to cut out things that are not in a straight line. I couldn't leave the Itoya store without getting a pencil case. So out of all the different options they had, I picked out this baby blue, really soft, malleable, smaller sized pencil case. I really like the size where it wasn't too big and it wasn't too small, so it was enough to be able to carry like my core, my essentials with me. And of course, last but not least, I had to come home with a traveler's notebook. I do not have a traveler's notebook in my collection of notebooks so far. I do have a plotter now in my collection of notebooks, and when I went to Paris last year, I also picked up a Louis Carmen. So I do have some really special notebooks already, and I was really debating whether I would get it or not. Before the trip even started, I told my husband, I was like, I am not going to buy a notebook, okay? You have to make sure I do not buy a notebook, because I do not need to walk away with like 4 more notebooks where I don't really know what I'm going to use them for, because I already have my set of notebooks that I like to use for different things. And then I saw this one and I couldn't resist. I think it's a limited edition that came out that had like just launched, and it was in this gorgeous red color. Red is not normally a color that I gravitate towards, but this was like a really nice, rich burgundy-esque red, and it was part of the Love and Travel collection, which I just thought was really special. And really cute. So I was debating between the passport size and the larger size, and I opted to go for the smaller one. I couldn't help it and I walked out with that notebook, but I am so glad I got it. It is so gorgeous. I am super, super happy with it. And I am excited to use all of my stickers in there. I will shift over to the things I picked up from Korea. In Korea, the majority of the stationery, if not all of the stationery, is from Daiso, Korea. You might be familiar with Daiso already, if there is a Daiso near you. So Daiso is a Japanese company, and in the States at least, there are some stores across the country, and I visited several of them. Daiso Korea is slightly different from the Daiso that you might see in the States. Daiso Korea is a separate entity. It used to be a completely separate company that Daiso Japan had invested in, purchased a controlling stake in, and that's how what used to be called Asong started to use the Daiso name. Recently, Asong actually bought back those shares, and so now Daiso Korea is its own kind of entity. But the merchandise, the products inside the store are also pretty different. I think some of them do get exported through Daiso Japan, but for the most part, a lot of the things inside Daiso Korea are a little bit different from the things that you will find from a Daiso Japan. I mostly go to Daiso to get a lot of stickers. I also really enjoy getting kitchenware things, lots of little organization things that you can easily buy and use for around the house. So I love it for that kind of stuff. I also just really love it for stickers because you can get a pack of stickers. They have they typically have anywhere from 4 to 6 sheets inside, and it is 1,000 won, which with the current exchange rate with the US dollar being so strong, that's less than $1. You get 4 sheets of stickers for less than $1. And for somebody like me who sometimes gets anxiety using stickers because it means it's gone, right? I want to save them all. It really helps ease that anxiety for me because I know I have extra sheets. There are so many more sheets that it's okay for me to use the sticker today. It's okay that it's going to be stuck on this page and I can't use it somewhere else. I have another sheet. So that's probably why you can see that I have purchased a lot of stickers from Daiso. The stickers there also range in different styles and illustration aesthetic, if you will. Some of them lean a little bit more of that vintage aesthetic, while some of them are more kitschy and hip, and then some of them are their own characters. I really like the variety and how easy it is to just have them handy so that I can use them for all the different types of scenarios or things that I want to journal. I also got a few masking tape rolls, but also a masking tape organizer. It's the kind where you can have all your masking tape rolled up and then you can kind of pull from there. I figured it would be nicer to organize them. And then I saw this really cute packing tape with all the hearts on it. Cuter than just the plain clear tape. I have that ready to use. I wanted to really quickly share the stationery bits because there were so many. If I sat here and I showed you every single sticker, it would have been a lot. But if you have any questions about anything that you've seen or places to get stationery in Korea versus Japan, things like that, let me know in the comments down below and I'd be happy to answer you down there. I'm super excited that a lot of you like stationery like I do. So I feel more encouraged to share more stationery related things as well, in case you guys are curious. But also, I do actually have a separate Instagram and TikTok handle that's called Not Another Hobby, where I share a lot of the different hobbies that I do, with a lot of it revolving around journaling or junk journaling, decorating with stickers, things like that. If you would like to see more of how I use my stickers and what kind of stationery things I like, then feel free to head over there, follow me there. I will be talking about a lot more stationery things there. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!